Should I wait a moment?
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just leave your mouth, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just leave your mouth, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment, You're successfully registered in our your building department, so it just wait a moment. Yeah, just wait a moment.
This is so many moments. I'm still here, go, there we go, let's just go. Give me that refund and then I'll go. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Here we go, there we go, let's just go. Give me that refund and then I'll go. Just wait a moment. Wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir.
Just wait a moment. 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 Just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just leave your mouth, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just leave your mouth, sir. Wait a moment, okay? Okay, just wait a moment. Just wait.
What about now? Should I just go?
No, just wait a moment.
What about now? Should I just go?
Your mouth, sir. Just leave your mouth, okay?
What about now? Should I just go?
No, just wait a moment.
What about now? Should I just wait a moment? Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
That's what you've been telling me for the past dozen moments. How many more moments do I gotta do? Should I just wait a moment?
Yeah. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment.
What is up, my peoples? Tell me about your lives. Game, can you show up? Game. Thank you. Tell me about your lives. Tell me about your triumphs and your struggles. Tell me some good things. Well, just tell me some good things. Chat, we hear enough about the bad things just in life nowadays. Tell me some good things. What is up? We are back with more Alan Wake. Okay, I was about to say last time, but this game is one of those rare instances where I don't have to do a previously on Alan Wake because the game actually does it for me, which is pretty flippin' awesome. But anyway, I was considering not streaming today and continuing to go through my clips and, really make sure that I've weeded through everything that I can. But, this game kept calling to me. I'm like, fine, I will do the thing. So, how about we go ahead and do the thing, shall we? So, I'm just gonna shut up so you can get a nice previously on Alan Wake.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
So creepy. Okay, so we're
How
going
the
to a
hell did
trailer
she get her
park.
hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Hopefully there's an
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the
copyrighted
manager.
music.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Now that's a interesting bit of lore. Shall we? Poor guy has a pretty nasty limp. Wonder what happened to his leg. Also, what happened to the boat?
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Right. So. Yeah, didn't they say that Randy's dogs were the best? Or at least the one guy, you know, one of the crazies.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Okay. I do remember her significance to the story, but I'm not going to say. Okay, I don't know why I thought I could go in there. I mean, they really got the trailer park vibe down. This seriously feels like a trailer park. Mind you, I grew up in a trailer park, so this is very much the vibe. But yeah, how is everybody today? How's your
Well,
weekend?
mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Yeah, how's everybody's weekend treating you this door? Okay. The doors, however, do not look like this.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Not sus at all.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Barry really just spiked that coffee table, though, didn't he? He spiked the coffee table about as hard as he was spiked. Also, Kawasaki, Kira. What is up? Anyone think Rose might be mildly obsessed? Just mildly. I mean, and then, Alan over here trying to have the smolder, you know, on the top pictures.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
We can't just like...
Right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Believe yourself much?
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Okay, I kinda feel bad for Rose. She was kind of a dingbat, but she was a nice girl. Both of y'all lost roofie roulette? Right. Also, is nobody, concerned about this hole in the porch? That just seems like a liability, waiting to happen. Like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
I don't like how it doesn't tell you what age you grabbed all the time. I guess it's this one.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
I mean, not a terrible idea. Okay, so as soon as we listen to the radio, I'm gonna have to kill the sound, because they like to play their copyright music right after the radio station.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, I can't sleep either, I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but I ain't been drinking either,
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just,
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Okay. Song started immediately after the dialogue ended. I'm just gonna get out of the range of the song before I turn the sound back on. I am not getting DMCA today. Not today. Copyright law. Not today!
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm still
goddamn maniac!
FBI, open up!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on him.
Get after him! Don't let him get away! Move it! Move it! Move it!
Uh,
I'll have you shot if you let him get away!
I mean, you noticed that dude was mega trigger happy. I mean, goodness. I don't remember how far they go to try and stop me. Hopefully there's no Doges.
Stop running! Freeze!
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Okay, men. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
You see him?
Okay. Escape the popo. Sign the police. Also, yeah, I feel like that Monka DMCA that I put in Jinger is gonna come really in handy. You know, for the foreseeable future. By the way, Jinger, how did UCOG go last night? I only caught the very end of it. Delete all the VODs.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
I did. I did delete all my VODs, or at least most of them.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Indeed. The rock stars had stirred it from its sleep. So you talking about the Anderson brothers? Right. So I have nailed it. I have no means of defending myself. Yeah, just delete all your VODs for it. But I mean, I did delete 99% of my VODs. And it hurt my soul. That's 6 years of my life just kinda gone. Not just kinda gone, actually gone. But yeah, it'll be fine. Everything is fine. Andy! Police Andy! Really way to debate your safety.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
We're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
So, apparently guys that wear tweed jackets aren't very manly and can't do awesome stuff? Is that what she's implying? A lot of people are in the same boat. Indeed. But like I was saying yesterday, you know, I feel like there are cleverly disguised opportunities here. And for us here, I feel like it's a openness. I feel like this is almost like a soft reboot, you know, for the stream. Got a tweed jacket once. Silver linings. Exactly. Bad. When can I get my flashlight and gun, and therefore safety? Checkpoint. Probably I'm gonna have to kill the audio again as soon as the radio station's over.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both of them. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Indeed. Also, yeah, the tweed jacket. Was it comfortable? Because, I don't know, it's like, Alan's jacket seems like it would be super comfortable.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. It's easy to cosplay and just get a hoodie and then put a tweed jacket over it. Pretty much. I mean, yeah. And then maybe grow your hair out a little bit.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
So the pandemic really already did that for you? Pretty much.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
I mean, it's also very convenient that, we haven't really been attacked all that much up to this point. And, got enough. Okay.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Chad, I have a bad feeling about this. Just faded. Can I kick it again? I want to kick it again. Can I kick it? I wanted to kick it. I don't know why, but whenever I whenever I think about Alan doing anything remotely athletic or just action hero-y kind of thing, I envision Kratos for some reason. The way that Kratos, even if he's just trying to open a door, he's got to sound rough and like exerting an insane amount of effort to do it. Because, like, if any of you have played the original God of War trilogy, like if Kratos is even just opening a chest, he exerts so much force on it that whenever he opens it, he just like chunks it, and just has to have this, you know, as he's doing it. And I feel like that should be Alan. But
it took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
well, you need a report and I need a gun. I think my needs might outweigh yours at the moment. Ah, jeez, Rick. Okay. I am cool with that. Is there a driver? Back. Run! Get to the light, dang it! Dodge! I was dodging. And it was difficult, but I did it. Hey, Prom?
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Man, they threw in that DMCA music like immediately after the dialogue is over. I have got to be ready on that switch. As soon as I don't hear it anymore, we're good. Okay, we're fine.
You are under arrest.
Okay. Jeez. Okay, let's do this again. I killed him though. No. No, DMCA. No. Jake.
Why didn't you dodge?
I did. I just didn't do it good enough. No DMCA. Okay, is that a page? That's a page. Okay, I'm having a... You can still hear the song from out here. Jake. Hello. This is a page I haven't discovered yet.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Jake. That's you every time you rage is deep down, screaming in terror. Rose, why? I know I saw the thing, I'm just trying to get to some kind of safety before I end up wrecked again. Jake. Run. You can do it, Alan. You really need to work on your running stamina, though. Just throwing that out there. We need to get that worked on.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well...
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
What? Yeah, Lorna's Super Snoop, and he's already playing his little copyright music. You need to quit over there. Stop being such a radio station. Want to become famous? I mean, not like that. But why? Hey, Jinger, it should be so kind as to, put down the hammer. There's still copyright music going on, by the way. Yeah, no problem. They're clicking the link? Okay. Okay, the volume is gonna have to stay off for for a minute.
See if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
Okay, As long as... Okay, look, seriously, dude.
It looks like Mr. Wake is going to need a moment before we can talk, so let me give you a little background while he prepares himself. You've all heard the name, of course. Alan Wake is the author of a very successful series of Alex Casey crime novels. He's changed gears, though. He's now working on a horror story.
Hey, Arlie, how's it going?
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Okay. Nightingale on the police radio. Nightingale on the radio station. You just got us a summoner magnet? Nice. I just deleted more clips and such today. But, you know, it's all good. So, which class are you going to work on next? Black Mage, perhaps? Yeah, he don't care about nothing. He just wants to shoot Alan, for whatever reason.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Why? Because you couldn't, murder a man? You know, in the name of the law. You know, he wanted to be like, stop in the name of love, but then he was like, no, stop in the name of murder. Murder, hate. Late hours, work in the morning. You know, hang around, it's all good. Get in the light. Thank you. Great. Now we are getting somewhere. But yeah, Arlie, don't stay up too late on my account. If you need to get some sleep, go ahead. Now I'm just thinking about sunburned cheeks. Ugh, that's a miserable feeling.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Yeah. Right. Good, let's turn on some lights, shall we? Okay, let's turn on all the lights we can find. Yeah, but you gotta admit, Jerry, healing a sunburn is kind of fun. You burn quicker, then you tan and you collect freckles when you do. Shotgun. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm trying to move. I am stun locked. So, lights. Oh. Oh. So that, okay. Okay. It's like I was gonna set up a crossfire of lights. It was gonna be amazing. Now that we can't do music, everything is gonna revolve around music. But I'm hitting the... I hit the... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna... Yeah, I was trying to get behind the light, but I was trying to hit the flashbang. I mean, sorry, the, you know, the player first. And it wasn't letting me because I was stun locked. You know, I'm just kind of thinking about running, grabbing the shotgun and looking it. Yeah, there is a ridiculous amount of dudes. Okay, I don't suppose we can explore the rest of the place. So is it like the first thing that we pick up is gonna draw them? Have any more flashbangs? Let's see. Okay, so well, that's the flare. This is the flashbang. Okay. So we'll turn on this and then we'll hurry. Turn on this. We can at least crossfire them a little bit. A tiny, tiny little bit. Okay. That worked mildly better. Just mildly. Sarah distrusts Nightingale.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Right. Can we get to the light? Thank you. Okay, so they're handing me both shotgun ammo and pistol ammo. Which means, if I've been, well, best cell service on the face of the planet.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Okay, seriously though, whatever Alan's cell service is, we need that cell service. Dude literally has all bars in all places. Yeah, non-suspicious phone calls from a wife that's being kept in the dark who is also scared of the dark. Not sus. Not in the least. Everything is fine. Nothing to question. You gonna head off? Alright, Ellie, I know you need to get to sleep. You stay awesome, alright? You have a good sleep.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
You know what else is twitching lately? Twitch. Hello, Governor. Please don't throw a bunch of dudes and or dudettes at me. Ammo, if I don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Players for days. Alright. Okay. So, not want, but hey, we got more ammo out of the deal. Also, how do you like the very flattering, you know, light coming through just the crack of my blind? You know, should be just, you know, just a nice contour to the face.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
You wouldn't be able to play this game? Jerry, why do you think that? Rim light, yeah. It's helping me stand out from my non-existent background. But yeah, why you know be able to play this game? You don't like when things run at you? Turning into a shadow monster, right? Indeed. How's it going, sir? How's it going, Ozzy?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Gravity! Yeah, how's it going, Osla Sailor? Wait, your friend has the Rona? Jigger? Need to keep him company? Alright, Jigger. I do hope that, he gets better soon. He's got symptoms, okay. The test results haven't come back. If it's easier, Ozzy is good. Yeah, I think I'll go with Ozzy if that's alright. But yeah, how'd you played this game, Ozzy? But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Jigger. Please pass on our well wishes if you feel it.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
If you feel it appropriate, Jigger, feel free to pass on our well wishes. I do hope that he gets better. Okay, things are about to get spoopy. Good. Hello. You, sir. Dude, that's not now. Not. Okay? Stop being such a rude type. Yeah, we can't get rid of the stuff fast enough. Seeing hints through Quantum Break but never checked it out before now. Indeed. Follow the light source. Flare? Possibly. I'm gonna try and run it first. And then we'll see. So how did you find us today, Ozzy? Apologies, but I don't think I recall seeing your name.
The darkness that was
before.
pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Unless it's just been a minute and my memory is as terrible as it usually is. In which case, I apologize. This is the problem. The gates. The gates were blocking our path. wonder how much they can chase.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Okay then. Oh, rude barrel. Ugh. You knew. Okay, so you just joined Twitch at all. So since you can't sort through game genres, you was going through the names on the list. So I was playing Alan Wake. Day 2, indeed. Virtually pull up a chair.
As a
Quite
teenager,
so.
just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Indeed. So first off, welcome to Twitch. You just joined both a beautiful and sometimes scary place, but most of the time beautiful. And second off, welcome to our little community. Wait. Better flashlight, don't mind if I do. But yeah, welcome to our little community. Feel free to hit that follow button if you enjoy hanging out with us. Yeah, we're a safe for work community. We tend to keep things super chill around here, except for the game, which is obviously a horror game. We mostly focus on MMOs and story-driven games. So the game like this, even though it's horror, is heavily story-driven.
Yep.
Well, PG-13, except for the game murdering. Yes, essentially. Yes. So... But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we're murdering shadows. I mean, like, who cares about that? For different games over others, really, indeed. This is probably the place for you. Then that's essentially all we play is story-driven games. What we'll be playing after this is Chrono Trigger. This is our second annual horror month. I've been streaming for about 6 years, and so since I graduated college in May of last year, we have been able to do a horror month for the past 2 years.
Did you call 911?
No, but I feel like I should have. I'm hitting the... What? Okay, okay. Oof. Okay, let's keep moving, shall we? Horror month is the month you're locked inside. Quite so. Oh, hi! Would you mind? Would you kindly take a shotgun to the face? Wait. In light, you can hurt them. Well, I mean, obviously. Could indeed also. God! Okay, they're handing us various light sources. I should be concerned. So what brought you onto Twitch in the first place, Ozzy? If you don't mind my asking. What drew you to our fun little platform? Would you please stay still as I prep the shotgun that is eagerly awaiting your face? Indeed. Okay, so for those of you that have never played this game, if you can find the TVs like this, there are episodes of essentially the Twilight Zone on these TVs that you can watch. They're only like 3 to 5 minutes long and they're wonderful. But it's essentially this universe's version of the Twilight Zone. So we just found a TV, so let's enjoy some of this wildness. It's not as DMCA scary as you would think. You'll see.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
So what you're saying is, that chick was the first face hugger. And he gave birth to the first xenomorph. Therefore, this is the prequel to Prometheus. I mean, seems legit. No smooching strange women. Indeed. And also true Ozzy. 19 out of 10. Would watch again. Except they don't let you watch again. Once the TV goes off. I can't watch it again. That episode was? I don't know. They just said the title, and I don't recall the name already. You'll find out quickly that my memory is, quite terrible. You like seeing the interaction, to see a community enjoying it in real time? That's actually a big reason why I started streaming. Oh, manuscript page.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Well, we're going swimming. So for anybody that's not played this game, ow! For anybody that's not played this game, whatever we find on those pages is what's gonna happen. You gotta be kidding me. I forgot that there was large machinery involved. What have I told y'all about operating heavy equipment? Your worst fear? Driving! Wait, does the heavy equipment run things over? Or run the guys over? I've been run over! Heavy equipment was just like... Wait, you've been run over? You got hit with... Wait, Jerry, you actually got run over by a car when you were 9? I thought we were just memeing. Okay. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, so like, how badly were you hurt? Oh, you fell in a parking lot? Crap! Permanent damage to your back and ribs. You got, wait. Look back, caught under the car and you were dragged. Terry, I had no idea. Shit. Oh wait, we may have stuck it right. Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay stuck. Stay stuck. Well then, he's thinking of Batman ramming his car into Superman only for the car to break? Yeah. I don't know. I think we can make an argument, that it may have been worse to do it as a child because now Terry has permanent damage. So I'll bet, if I had to take a guess, Cherry, that weather change is probably pretty rough on you. Sure, I'm not messing with these guys again. They got a shotgun to the face. Only one that survives. There's flailed chest. You feel your ribs shifting sometimes. You can't inhale very deeply. Okay, remove. Imagine if we had not found this newer flashlight, how much worse this would be. Oh goodness! If I die from you, no! If the truck is a shadow, how is it colored? Okay, so the way it works is basically everything that you're seeing is being possessed by shadow. It itself is not shadow. The object in the real world is being possessed by shadow. You got a physical when you was a teenager and they did a breath test. They thought you was playing around because your reading was so bad. That's a big yikes. But, you said, Ozzy, that you played Quantum Break, yes? I have not played Quantum Break. But, fun fact for you. Did you know that this game, Quantum Break, Serious Sam, and Control are all in the same universe. They are all connected in one way or another. Yeah, Serious Sam, of
I
all
have never
things.
been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
It is in fact confirmed. I believe. I could be wrong.
The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
But I mean, this drowning man happens to have a shotgun. Also, the skin of the character from the game in Quantum Break. The cool mine. Super cool. So, Cherry, like, with those kinds of injuries, has that, limited your life, in any serious way, or? It wasn't serious since the first time you noticed he was a game being played on a laptop and a workspace, so you thought they both existed as games in each other's universe. No, these games exist, to my understanding, they're separate, but they exist within the same universe. So, who's to say that we won't get some kind of crossover in one way or another? I've heard that there is a crossover between this game and Control, but I have yet to play Control. That's actually part of the reason that I'm playing this again, because I want to play Control in the relatively near future. And I just want to remind myself what happened in this game. But like I said, I did hear that there is, in fact, a direct connection and Control to this game. Barrington, my good man. What is up, sir? How was Abzu? By the time that I saw that you were broadcasting, I was getting ready to start the stream. You finished it that fast? Jeez. I mean, but was it worthwhile? Okay. Honestly, you just chucked along and ignored them for the most part. Your back sometimes locks up if you stay in one position for too long. So you lay on the floor to correct it. Okay. You heard the same and you loved the idea. It'd be so cool if by the end of each game, they all have to go to a certain place and they meet up for in a future game, and then it's like, Remedy Games Avengers Assemble! Abzu is a gorgeous game. I have it. It's just I never got around to it. Perhaps we can do that if we ever need a super short, chill stream. Incredible game. Beautiful, and I'm so happy to have played it. Watching it gives you chills. White. So pretty. Wait, chat. Is that a random house chair just chilling out? Looking out over a florist with a coffee thermos in it. Yeah, I wish it was a toilet. Imagine, dude, imagine taking a dump, looking out at this. I mean, taking a dump is a relaxing experience as it is, okay? But, taking a dump while looking out at this, I mean, I don't know, I can't think of a better way to take a dump. Bring a book and drink too. I don't know if I'd want to read, you know? But I would just chill out, take a dump, and look at the view, watch nature, and enjoy life. You know, because I mean, how often are you actually gonna get to take a dump with a view like this? I mean, really. Mine went to newspaper for tissue. Nah, you gotta bring your own toilet paper. See, because I mean, if it's actually a toilet, then obviously you can have toilet paper. Yeah, bring your own sermon. Indeed. BYOC. Bears love it. Yeah, but Cherry, they probably just can't bear it. What if the farts ripped loud and echo? I mean, at that rate, you know, you would be nature's wake-up call. You know? Most of the time, nature wakes you up. This time, you wake nature up. It's only fair. Does it have physics? Can you push it down the hill like a certain lady of the night person? And no, I cannot push it. We are, in fact, by the way, referring to Grand Theft Auto 5. You didn't expect that. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. So what you're saying is, you don't remember that time that you picked up someone, employed their services, murdered them, and then threw them down the hill, and then watched them roll for around 10 minutes, mind, and the entire time you were just sitting there laughing your butt off, it's like, God! But maybe one or two rolls he wasn't expecting. I mean, like, you threw her off of basically Mount St. Helens, Perrington. I mean, what else was she gonna do? Yeah, I was trying to come back and get the vehicle. Sounds way funner than exploding people in Superman Returns. Or Batman completely not killing people with explosions in Batman vs. Superman. Those were very non-lethal explosions. Wow! Just building momentum. There you go. Why am I getting Jurassic Park vibes from this Jeep? Don't worry, he's in a coma. He's alive. He'll be fine. Seriously though, Jurassic Park vibes from this Jeep. Well, I don't know. Would you call it a Jeep or would you call it something else? Okay, as soon as the dialogue ends on this radio thing, I'm gonna have to kill the audio. You know, because DMCA.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
The copyright music just starts within milliseconds of him stopping to talk. It's like things are conspiring against me to get me banned on Twitch. If a dino appears, just maybe for kicks. Watch the death animation? I might. I just might. Okay, chat. JP Jeep? Or this thing. Someone used to own a mystery machine when you was in Indiana. I think Indiana too. Nice. Now let's take this thing. I don't know why, it just feels a little bit sturdier. Okay, we should be safe to turn the sound back on. Look. JPG greater than Range Rover. Okay, well let's just be controversial then and take the thing that's worse than the other thing. And then ignorantly claim that the thing that's worse than the other thing is in fact better than the other thing in order to cause controversy. Therefore, ignorantly growing momentum, therefore growing views. And therefore, everyone comes in to, see the controversy. Or we can take this, which is arguably worse than that, and then claim that this thing is the best thing ever. If you want controversy, pineapple does not belong on pizza. There, controversy. It does not. And honestly, chat, I do believe that. I do believe that pineapple does not belong on pizza. Now, I'm not gonna hate people that are like, it does. But I'm also not going to agree with you. I can't take back truth, Cherry. Someone playing a racing game called the skin for the Mach 5 in Speed Racer. A white Lamborghini. Omega Kappa Low XD.
Welcome welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
And he didn't even play any copyright music. Thanks. Okay, someone, well, let's see, a little while ago, also your little brother didn't like the plain pizza, but loves pepperoni pizza. And if she was to take the pepperoni off, he wouldn't want it. So your pepperoni and blame the pies are on. Indeed. He swore they were completely different. So as a good brother, you refused to give him anything else till he ate the plain. And I said, it's okay. But we ate both just fine now. Ooh. The sound of this vehicle, though. That's a strong sounding diesel. Never trust my driving, Chad. The oil from the pep makes it slightly different. Okay, we need to explore all the things. Azure, have I ever played RimWorld? I have not. I have seen a bit of it on Carnage's stream, but I have not played any of it.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Yeah, I've seen some of it on Carnage's stream, but I have not played any of it myself. Lose track of time. Now you want to Strongbow leave? You're back gonna see if dinner's in? Quite so. I'm getting stuck on little pieces of geometry. But note or page.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Indeed. So, Periton, are you gonna be doing RimWorld next? Because I want to say that I recall you saying RimWorld is on the schedule. Ah, indeed. First time he sat down to play, he ended up starting at 9 p.m., didn't stop till 3 the following day. 3 p.m. the following day? Jerry? Need to get your hands on it somehow? Well, I mean, if you're willing to wait a little while, the fall Steam sales should be coming up soon. You might be able to get it on sale. Maybe we need to go in the visitor parking chat. There. I at least try to abide by the law. "3 a.m. Okay. Didn't notice time had passed. Yeah, that's a good game, though. You know, if you can really say that. Law doesn't exist. Law is just a figment of our own imagination. It's a construct of our own choosing. A thing we made up in our minds to, you know, to make sure that we ourselves only do the right thing. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich, but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Only the Universal Bro Code. Well, I mean, isn't the Universal Bro Code basically law? Also, for anybody that's, you know, potentially new here, if you are not hanging out with us on Discord, since the bot spammed the link, if you are not hanging out with us on Discord, you totally should be. We hang out there every single day and get up to all manner of shenanigans and memory. We would love to have you. So feel free to just click that there link and get in on all of the shenanigans. But we found the page we didn't find in our first playthrough.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. "That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good."
We're gonna get dead. So dead. Kinda, it's just never spoken. So, what you're saying is, the Universal Bro Code is Fight Club. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, the Ninth Umbral Calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Also, strawberries don't taste as good as they look. I disagree. I very, very much enjoy strawberries. I think strawberries are probably my favorite fruit. Umbrellas of calamity. LOL.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind, ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back, or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Top 10 anime materials.
Wake, where the hell are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by you.
You want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
Are you, though?
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Okay. Also... Jeez, that scared me. Oh, and I just scared my mom whenever she walked in.
Maybe closer than ever before.
That was loud. My mom just walked in right as that happened. And I was... Jeez! And she jumped. Alright. What's it doing? Monster has a killer voice. Would probably do awesome in a metal band. Okay. But yeah, since we're low-key equating Alan to Kratos, yeah, watch it. Boy. Look, look. Well, now you just imagine the Demogorgon in a metal band. Yo, that actually doesn't sound that bad at all. Speaking of, when are we supposed to get the next season of Stranger Things? Isn't that supposed to be soon? Or in the relative future? Or relatively near future?
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Well then. Maybe he was just putting it on the same standards you have for oranges? Look, oranges are good, but strawberries are something else. Should be 2021. You don't watch it, but your family's seen all three so far. Dude! Dude, watch it. It's super good. It's in fact good! Just saying. You tried, you can't with your siblings? Ah, indeed. Are your siblings significantly younger? If you don't mind my asking? You know, they're handing us an infinite stash of ammo. Chad. You realize what that means, right? I just got slammed. Shit. They'll put on a movie, only to pause it every 5 minutes, basically, to ask questions that were answered 5 minutes ago. Indeed. You love the Julie variety, those mangoes. Okay, I wonder if we can't funnel them. He just booped his friend with his axe. He wanted to ask his friend a question. Ow. Cinematic juke! Good. Bruh. 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 I think I mine what this card is doing. I mine what this card is doing. Okay, the joke sounded better in my head. Excuse me. You never know if one of the jokes is gonna land until you throw it out there. Best thing to do is just throw it all out there, see what happens. Let people face palm where they may. Oh, by the way, Perriton, if you're still here, I was meaning to ask. When do you plan on getting back to the Iron Man stuff? Because I noticed you kinda haven't been doing it with, Pre-patch. So what if you poke a dead guy at the funeral as you saw people crying and eating, and him in his bed in the middle of the room and poking and made people panic? Yeah, but that's not funny. That's just kind of disrespectful. And it kind of makes me sad. I mean, some people would find it funny, but you were 7? Okay, well, you know, that's different though. Okay, for a 7-year-old, Okay, that's funny. For a 7-year-old. You thought it was a birthday party? Okay, legit? That's pretty great. That's pretty great, I'm not even gonna lie. You thought you was waking him up to... You thought waking him up would get you to the cake and ice cream part of the party. That's both funny and sad at the same time, you know, because, like, what did you do when you realized that, you know, this person wasn't coming back? You know, that why you were there?
What the hell?
Chad, a tree fell in the forest, and we saw it. Therefore, it made a sound. You didn't. They never told you. They moved you away and you was taken home. Took you years to realize it was a funeral. So, was it a family member, a friend, or like, if you recall?
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Yet, we have a vehicle that has lights on it. You realize what this means? We are gonna be plowing some chumps. No clue. All you know is you poked him, and he was rushed away, and you was upset because you never got ice cream. Yeah, we've gone up in the world. So you're just like, probably years later, Mom, remember that time whenever we went to Mr. So-and-so's funeral? Or rather, just, hey, remember that time whenever I poked a guy? I just realized that was a funeral. I can imagine that conversation was awkward. What I want to know is, why are these guys just allowing me to plow them? Riddle me that. When you realized she said you shouldn't have done that, you said you should have told me not touch the dude laying what looked like a bed to you at the time. Yeah, I mean, you're 7. How are you supposed to know that the guy laying in the bed? Because, I mean, to be fair, you know, the morticians are very good at making the person look like they're sleeping. To be fair. Bruh. Trying to... Little you had a race car bed, so you assume the guy just wanted a really small bed. I mean, okay, that was bright. I mean, so Maggie just took the dumpster. Apparently the darkness has. Yeah, darkness has got a serious temper. You could say, you know, it's got a dark sense of humor. Okay, that one wasn't as good as I was hoping. And they just broke my car. Oof. Oof. Big oof. We've got to make it the rest of the way over there without our ride. Hopefully without getting insanely jumped. Let's just book it. Okay, so we made it. Hopefully we can get a little bit more ammo soon. Also, checkpoint. So, Ozzy, since you've only been on Twitch for a short amount of time, you said like 4 days, have you found any other streamers that you may enjoy, you know, like sticking around their communities? If so, which ones were they, if you don't mind my asking? Oh, that didn't scare me at all. Bro, you need to calm down. Jeez. Okay. These dudes need to calm down. They need to get a life. Or rather, they need to get another life. You also, as a child, walked out of the house when your dad just said get out of the box he was in. Love? Too, but since you're new, you're gonna join off faces because you suck at names. Two channels as people who just so happen to be in the same similar field as you will be. As you'll be in, so went from watching the game to just a bit of nerdy deep dive. So what kind of field will you be in? Oh my god. That was a lot of dudes. Good. Thank you. Oof. Oof. I'll be graduating with a associate's this December for media and technology. But you're gonna go back for your bachelor's. Nice. Very nice. Like, are you going for a specific type of media, perhaps? So you've learned filming, editing, video editing, filming, lighting, coding, and a bit of teaching with all the different pieces of tech you had to use. Indeed. Coding, you say? I happen to be a software engineer. I just graduated from college back May last year as a software engineer. So that is, in fact, my day job.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Indeed. Follow the arrow that just happens to be placed with a neon color that can only be seen by a flashlight. Choosing your scariest class as a profession? Indeed. And honestly, I very much like my job. I'm very pleased with my life choices so far. So, what language or languages did you need to learn in your coding class? You asked how to make a photo a circle and got told after 2 hours of the professor trying to find a way to break it down to you before saying, you guys just aren't skilled enough to make a circle. I mean, some things just aren't that simple to do, if we're being honest. But, making an image a circle shouldn't be that bad. That's okay. That not only did the tree fall, and not only did we see it, therefore it making a sound, it almost fell on us. You're gonna get something to eat. You don't catch us later, you'll go back and watch the VOD. Alright, Cherry. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. You stay awesome, alright? I'm sure we will chat in a Discord or something, in the relatively near future. I appreciate you, Cherry. Okay. So, it's HTML right now, but I wanted you to learn CSS and a few others, maybe some JavaScript, because those tend to, go together. HTML, CSS, and
There was
JavaScript.
no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Which happens to be what I work in most of the day, is JavaScript. I believe that when Yaki tried to teach you the commonly used stuff first. Indeed. You might be interested to know then that either later this year or early next year, I plan on starting to do a clip of what? Cherry. And don't apologize for making clips. I need clips for the future coding projects, which I was about to detail. But yeah, the tree indeed. But yeah, either later this year or early next year, Ozzy, I plan on starting to do software development streams at least once a week. And I'll be using those streams to teach various, coding concepts. And having people in mind that have no coding experience. Yeah, so I plan on doing streams like that later this year or early next year. Dude is a crack shot. That guy is too. Dude, how are you so good at this? Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness. Oh goodness, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I just got whacked with a hammer. That's great. That was so cool. It'll be okay if you actually bring it up to your professor later on. You'll be definitely joining in, but that way he can direct people too. I wouldn't mind, but I can't tell you exactly when I'll be starting. Like, there's still some planning that I need to do on my end, but, however, that content will also make it up onto YouTube. Right, Periton? I was asking earlier, Periton, I think you went AFK for a minute. When do you plan on getting back to your Iron Man stuff? You may start a new one on Wednesday. Oh goodness, oh goodness. That's too big, guys. Okay. Your first time since the professional level switch? Right. That's what I know, and that's why I was asking. Right! So do you know what class and race you think you're gonna roll? You think you're gonna go safe and do a Night Elf Hunter?
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Yep. Alright, Chad, give me a second. I am gonna chug the heck out of my tea. It's my mom today, in Clariton. Alright, buddy. Alright, Ted. I need to be right back in just a moment. I need to take care of some medical stuff. For those of you newer here, I have to do this every now and again, otherwise my breathing starts giving me a little bit of an issue. But it'll just be a few minutes. I will play some tunes in the meantime, so if you'd be so kind as to just wait a moment, I would appreciate it. Be right back.
Yeah, just wait a moment. You're successfully registered in our your building department, so your form is donated, okay? Just wait a moment, okay? Just wait a moment.
Okay.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir.
I'm still here. You just gotta tell me what to do.
I'm telling you, just wait a moment, okay? Okay, just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment.
Should I wait a moment?
Yeah, just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment.
Okay, should I continue to wait a moment?
Yeah, just wait a moment, sir.
What about now? Should I continue?
No, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just leave your mouse, okay?
Okay. I mean, this is my computer, though.
Yeah, just wait a moment.
This is so many moments.
Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment, sir. Yeah, just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just leave your mouse, okay? Just leave your mouse, sir. Just wait a moment, sir. Just wait a moment.
There we go. Let's just go. Give me that refund and then I'll go. Just wait a moment. 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 Just wait a moment.
Is this the, jazz? Indeed. Thank you so much for that follow, Ozzy. I'm really glad you're enjoying the stream. Welcome again to Twitch. I hope you have a fantastic time. Parrotin, you might be interested to know Ozzy here. This is only his, 4th day on Twitch as a platform.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Make him talk. Well, for pump action, give. Okay. You're the fresh meat. Indeed. Or as, the Uruks would say in, Lord of the Rings, meat's back on the menu, boys! It's said later just in case, because you don't want to add any pressure, since you already dislike being given a timeline, which was something you mentioned as a possibility. So, right, do or don't, take time without any pressure of it. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely pass it on to you either way. I'm hoping that I can actually start doing stuff like this in November. That's the goal. I'm hoping. Maybe on the weekends in November. But there's a few, precursor videos that I want to make specifically for YouTube. That will kind of set things up for the coding streams. Good. Tell Sauron you don't taste good. Well, it's not that Sauron would be eating you, it would be the roots. Alright, big boy. Come here. Oh! Dagnabbit, dude. Okay, we need to play this as cautiously and carefully as possible. I believe the word here would be right. You could say the light is kind of like that, Okay.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
So, there's a lot of trees falling. And, a lot of trees allowing themselves to be witnessed falling.
Shift may cause cancer.
Well, that's just rude. Hello, that dude is fast and I don't like it. Where did he go? I am not about this. You get a shotgun to the face. As soon as I can break the shadow on this guy. That's how you know this game is a dream. Trees, like the one, yeah, they allow you to see them fall directly. How long am I streaming for today? About another hour. In Periton. So our normal, 8 p.m. Central. Stay right there. Dang it, dude. Wait, time changes for you, in the UK soon? I didn't realize it was so soon for y'all. We have to wait till the 1st. Okay. Take that, you pillar. That pillar didn't deserve to live anyway. He was doing terrible as a support. Time is a fluid. Oh, wait, that's how you know it's a dream. Trees never let us watch them fall naturally. Indeed. I did see the new UI. I like it. It's very compact. By the way, Ozzy. Why did I say Ozzy? What? Ozzy, if you're looking for another really good streamer, I would highly suggest following Periton right here. He streams earlier in the day than I do, and he primarily streams World of Warcraft, so if you're into that...
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
But yeah, Periton is one of the nicest human beings I have met in years. Periton, you could say, is the definition of a bro. Okay, seriously, okay, is just the planet, just like throwing a fit and throwing things at me? Okay, we're throwing a car at me. You get a car. And you get a car. And you get a car. Everybody gets a car to the face. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, sir. I clicked the name and Whisperer appeared. And all the wrong jokes come to mind. I don't know if I want to know. How do you follow through chat? What you do, Ozzy, is you would click Periton's name, and it'll bring up a little mini window right there. You should be able to follow right there, and if you can't, you should be able to also just click through to his profile from right there, which will allow you to follow from there.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Okay, chat. Hot take. Okay? Hot take. And this comes from someone who has written 2.5 novels, okay? Hot take. Writer's block does not exist. Now, I say that for the checkpoint. I say that for the very simple reason, that writer's block, you know, if you think about what writer's block is the complete inability to write. Alright? Let's think about that from a logic perspective, alright? I don't have something to read. Grey Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Grey Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years were buried there. A grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. Okay, so let's think about what writer's block is. Sorry. Let's think about what writer's block actually is. You know, you should think about what people say writer's block is. They say it's the inability to write. You know, like, you just cannot put words on the page. And if you think about it, that's kind of bullcrap. Like, if your hands move and your brain works, you can put words on the page. It is very much that simple. I think what people are calling writer's block is the lack of motivation. They're waiting for that flash of inspiration. That if you have ever truly sat down and written a even moderately sized piece of fiction, you know that flash of inspiration does not come very often, and it does not stick around for very long. Again, this comes from experience. And so, once you understand that writing is just like any other, you could say, skill, much less profession, it's a craft. You know, of course there is an artistic component to writing. I'm not saying that there isn't. But when it's all said and done, writing is a craft. And so, therefore, you write by doing the craft. You sit your butt in the chair, you put your hand on the keyboard, and you put words on the screen. So, that's not to say that whatever words you may put on the screen are good or bad. It's the fact that you are just putting words on the screen. Okay? And then another thing that's worthwhile to point out in the writing process is that editing is writing. You know, it's not about sitting here getting the thing on the page right the first time and then, never having to go through the editing process. It's about getting the basis of your thoughts and the thing that the basis of your thoughts and the thing that's kind of driving your soul to write this thing down on the page or on the screen or what have you. And then through the craft, again, see where I'm going, the craft of writing, you know, changing it, tweaking it, molding it into the thing that it needs to be. And that process, it's just an iterative process. You know, you will hardly ever get the thing right the first time. And so, you know, to say that, you know, I have writer's block, therefore I cannot write. I cannot put a single word on the page. To me, and I understand that there are arguments for writer's block as well, but to me, from a logical standpoint, it's kind of crap. And I am very much willing to have a discussion if anyone disagrees, but that's kind of where I sit on that. It just so happens that Stephen King happens to agree with me. And that's kind of where I was able to, like, solidify my viewpoint on this. Let's see. You always figured you always figured it was a scene that didn't fit into the story that you've built. The world and personality of the cast. So you have trouble with the scenario being acceptable to the writer. Yes. Absolutely. Or the phrasing of certain lines or a breakdown of other things. Yes. Very much yes. It is possible to, as you're writing your story, especially if you don't have some kind of outline or something, and you're just kind of, as we say, pantsing it, you know, going by the seat of your pants, just writing the thing, it is very possible to, geez, son. It is very possible to, yikes, to write yourself into a corner, is the way that I like to say it. So that, like, you've created a scenario where anything you do from that point on does not make sense. It will not flow. Things just don't work. Or there is no way, reasonably speaking, to bring the character in or out of the situation you're trying to bring them in or out from without pulling some kind of weird, like, Deus Ex Machina and just being like, hey, this thing happened because the plot needed it to happen. And, what is up, sir? How are your scrimmages? Jeez! Jeez! Here, try this. There we go. And for cases where you have kind of written yourself into a corner, as it were, it's really hard to get out of it. And so, like, for situations like that, I can see where, you know, using the excuse of, you know, writer's block might seem, reasonable, but it's just a matter of you've written yourself into a corner and you need to rework the scene in some way. You may need to change something, you know, essential in the narrative to make it work. But it's not a matter of, you know, you just can't put words on the page. It's just you've kind of made things difficult for yourself in one way or another. You lost the first 3 games and then won the next 5. And what you're saying is you wrecked them with a vengeance. You know, it's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. You know, you were getting pummeled for the first 3 episodes by whoever you were fighting, and then you go Super Saiyan and just wreck them for the rest of the time.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Yep. As soon as I with the computer. Let's 7. Indeed. Yeah, don't feel bad if you need to go and do other stuff as well. Okay. Pump action shotgun or a hunting rifle? I actually want to say that the hunting rifle is more powerful. Let's see how much ammo we've got for this thing. We got more ammo for this thing though. All transformation in Dragon Ball make all the villains need to have an insane base power to rival Goku, right? Yep, I mean, Goku's base power at this point is probably equivalent to, like, Super Saiyan 2. You know, from, like, Dragon Ball Z on. Big. I don't know, I feel like... chat. Shotgun or hunting rifle? Made his base stronger than Super Saiyan 3 now? Really? I can believe it. Plus the first 3 games were close, kind of like Goku getting the snot beat out of him, close to ending his life. Okay, we'll take the hunting rifle. I know it's less ammo, but they're probably gonna start handing us ammo. Shotgun? Okay, fine, shotgun. Okay. Is there some kind of math, though, to show that? Ozzy? Chat, there are so many trees making sounds at this point. And how he absorbed the power of a god from his Super Saiyan God transformation. So already from his first time going Super Saiyan God, and then second time he gets 2 times more powerful. Dragon Ball logic in a nutshell. FYI though, I have still yet to watch Dragon Ball Super. I did see Battle of Gods though, so I did see him go Super Saiyan God. Is this more of a close combat game? Yeah. So the shotgun's probably a better idea, but I mean, the hunting rifle seems to double as a shotgun almost.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Best cell service on the face of the planet. seriously, whatever cell service Alan has, everyone on the face of the planet needs this cell service. They will monopolize everything if we could actually get that kind of cell service.
Birds.
Murder birds! I won't spoil it, but as I saw in the movie, he loses the red form and goes regular Super Saiyan. And he's told his body adapted. Which, yeah, is crazy, but yeah, not strong enough to make a new transformation strong. Now make his base, and now add the multiplier again. You know what this sounds like, Ozzy, though? This sounds like Dungeons and Dragons logic, almost. Like, Goku found an item that gives him the, you know, like a huge buff on his base stats. And now he's just like, everything he does, he gets like a plus 15 to his base roll. So, the dude's just a monster. Right. All hacks and all stuff like that. Oh, jeez, Rick. Murder birds! Stop murdering! Murder birds! There we go. Thank you. Oh, jeez. In the comics, Thor has a boat that doubles his already built, that doubles his already godly strength. The birds are the krill from Gears. Would you believe that I've only been able to play like maybe an hour of Gears? The first one, and then I've never had the chance to play Gears again. Which sucks, because I'm actually pretty interested in Gears. I mean, I'm glad they're kind of staying that far away, but I would hope that they would get close enough to where I can just... There we go, we're done. I'm really hoping, though, that eventually Microsoft does a Gears of War collection. Very... Did I do that? I'm really hoping that Microsoft eventually releases a Gears of War collection, very similar to how they did the Master Chief collection, and then send everything to PC. I'm telling you right now, chat, if Microsoft ever does that, we're doing a Gears franchise playthrough. And you can't tell me otherwise. Here's a War 50. Yeah, yeah. Wait. Yeah, Gears of War 50, all of them combined, right? How many Gears games are there, anyway? Gears is your favorite story game? I thought that Gears... Maka? I thought that Gears, whenever it was all said and done, wasn't that story heavy? Yeah. I am spooked. I think there's 6.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
The heck? Yada was helping you with a no-kill run on a game you played a lot. Yeah, it's all good. Enjoy it. It was a
Alice?
It was a distinct pleasure meeting you, Ozzy. A distinct pleasure meeting you, Ozzy. You stay awesome, alright? I will be streaming again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central if you're interested. But yeah, you stay awesome, you hear? Hello, I found a page I didn't get before.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
So here's 1 through 5 with judgment thrown in.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Chad, why does that have to be so loud? Yeah, Malta S all day, son. You could probably Malta W, Malta X. Wait, do we have Malta W in the BTTV and Malta X? I don't remember if I put those in. Feel free to try it if you want to see. They were releasing for PC. You would still buy them again. Okay, so that's S. Do we have, I think POG is just capital P and then OG. Like, they're not all caps. But, I know we have Malta S, but I'm talking about Malta X. Like X-Men. Or Malta W. Because I know that there's different levels of Malta. Yeah, so I think that's Malta W. I can't check it right now. Okay, so that was X. Okay, so I have to see if I can get Malta W. I think that's a thing. I think. Layers. Okay, so they're handing us ammo and light sources. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Even behind behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel. Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Right. So, that's a lot of light, Chad. Some more hunting rifle ammo. I probably should have grabbed the hunting rifle and brought that. I think the game was trying to tell us something. Oh, jeez, Rick. Okay. Contents is Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Was your first. So, did you prefer Gears or the Ghost Recon? Gears by far. Indeed. Okay, I'm thinking, let me go check this way first. Perhaps we can find, never mind, thought we could get through there. I can't tell you the last time that I played a Ghost Recon. Wait, no, I can. Anybody here remember Ghost Recon Online? Like the free-to-play thing for Ghost Recon that Ubisoft experimented with? I played that for a bit.
I'd have to make my way up this mineshaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Okay. It was like a team-based, I guess, pseudo shooter. Well, no, like pseudo cover shooter or something like that. Based in the Ghost Recon universe. It was pretty good, but there was a bit of a learning curve, and people were very much not patient with people picking up the learning curve. Okay. No goodness. And I'm dead. Gravity!
I'd have to make my way up this mineshaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Only one Tom Clancy game you want? Which one? A new Splinter Cell? Yes. I need to finish the Splinter Cell series. I played up to Blacklist? Yeah, I played Blacklist. And, I didn't get to play further than that. What was the one right after Blacklist? I don't recall. Okay. Oh, I see. We need to get over here. Okay. And then move this up even further. I'm assuming there. I seem to have gotten ahead of myself. Okay, so I'm gonna go down a little bit, let it rotate. A little bit. There we go. But yeah, have you played all of the Splinter Cells, Anger? I was able to discover Splinter Cell whenever game demos were a regular thing. Whenever I first got one of my first PCs that could run something reasonably, I was downloading demos of games like crazy. And I was able to play like the demo of the first 2, maybe 3 Splinter Cells. Absolutely loved it. And ended up picking up the full games eventually. Checkpoint! Also, they're trying to tell me to leave my home. They're telling me to leave the silver mine. I'm leaving my house. Yeah! Okay. Let's go to the top before we go to the bottom. We might find a page. Okay, they're handing us flares for days. Okay. Perhaps we'll find another hunting rifle. But another page is fine too.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Is this guy having delusions that he's actually Thor? Yeah, that is pretty. That is some pretty. Alright. I believe we're actually almost done with this chapter. I'm hoping that we're almost done with this chapter, because I'd love to end the chapter by the end of the stream. Murder birds! Right. Blacklist was the last one in 2013. Okay, so maybe I'm not thinking about Blacklist. What was the one right after, what was the one right after the one where, Sam infiltrates the prison? Because...
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
I did the prison one. I want to say that was Double Agent. And then the next one after that, and I wasn't able to do the rest. I own them, it's just I haven't had the opportunity to get to them. Okay, I'm talking Murder Birds. Conviction, yes. I played Conviction. Then Blacklist, yes. Okay. Yeah, I played Conviction. Okay. And what is up with this game knocking down trees? Wait, stop. Camera, what are you doing? The camera completely wigged out on me. Well, there were 7 games. I played that many of them. Goodness, I thought I played like 4. Okay, Chad. People are no longer the problem whenever it comes to deforestation. That woman is.
Shit.
Appropriate response. I hate it when that happens. You know, you're sitting there, minding your own business, trying to save your life from darkness itself. Next thing you know, you get a train car thrown at you. Every time, man. Every time. Seriously though, that is a new level of rude. Can't say you've been in his footsteps, right? And also, let's be honest, my performance wasn't stellar to begin with. Okay, what have we here? Okay, we have to switch for the hunting rifle this time. They keep throwing it at us. We have to do it. Come on. There we go. Please don't go out. Wait. Thank you. They do like to debate me from time to time and turn off the light. You know, right whenever you think you're safe, you're just not. Okay, long bridge. I don't remember. I feel like this is gonna end terribly. Alan, run. Why are you not running? I'm telling you to run. Terrible idea is terrible. Bro, you were a crack shot, okay? Okay then. Can you imagine how terrifying of a situation that would be? If this was legit, just getting approached like this from both sides. Okay. Dude. Your internet went out, Burton? Okay. Oh, that's alright, Burton. I know it's super late for you already. I'm dead. I should have threw down another flare, just to give myself a little breathing room. Here, let's go for the hunting rifle from the start. But yeah, it's all good, sir. By the way, Barrington, what do you plan on doing tomorrow? Okay. Dudes, I appreciate your accuracy, but good night. Yeah, what are you doing tomorrow? Yeah, sorry, I know the game can get a little loud. For the most part, it stays fairly quiet, but, you know, at this point it's just a little loud. But yeah, what are you up to tomorrow? And everyone else in chat, what are y'all up to tomorrow? What is the plan, as it were?
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Kind of being a bit of a lion. Watching football both types. Eating some chili. And then playing rumble. Wait. So. Okay, chat. I asked this yesterday. But we have a different group of people here today. In your chili, beans or no beans? Or does it matter? Because I've heard people swear up and down that beans do not belong in chili. No chili. Arrgh! Alan over here going full on Kratos. Trying to be the unit he wants to see in the world. I like it both ways, but a true chili has no beans. Okay, why does a true chili have no beans? Please riddle me this. Because I kind of disagree. I'm not saying that you don't make the rules. Well, I mean, neither do I. Just like pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. But okay. To be fair, I think it depends on the, what are you trying to do with the chili? If the chili is meant to be by itself, you know, you're just eating chili, then I would say no beans. But like, I miss you, Tom. Catherine something and Tom. Talk to me on TV, Tom. Miss you, Tom. Did you rate this? Tom. Is someone just a little bit obsessed? Just a little bit. And Google it, you'll see a true chili doesn't have beans. It's okay, like I said, I feel like if you're just eating chili as a meal, I think it's a little bit better without the beans, personally. But if you're doing it like as a dip, maybe. Because I mean, some people do chili as like a dip, sort of. I feel like beans fit it better in that scenario. I mean, I will eat chili with beans and not complain. But, because I mean, I do like it both ways like you do, Barrington. But, okay, yeah, I think I'm changing. I think I'm changing my mind. I think I may have, you know, realized the error of my ways. We'll be having it with beans tomorrow. Fuck. Dudes. These knife chucking or axe throwing dudes are serious track shots. Are we done? Which I will be having it with beans tomorrow. So, are you making it from scratch or is it something that, you know, was already made? And you just have the pleasure of consuming. Okay, but Anger, why do you not like chili? Chili is like one of the best things ever. Especially whenever it gets chili. Shit. Oof. Hands are getting tired. Browse!
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
I'm on a boat.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
You've just never been a fan. Wake wakes up in the lodge. Wake wakes up.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
I want to say that is the beginning of the next episode. So, like, what is it you don't like? It's just the texture, the taste?
Wake!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Ah! Ah!
Anybody wanna, take votes on whether he's having a good time or not? It sounds like a party. It sounds like a great time. Indeed. Palpatine! I have to kill the audio right there because this is copyright music. So, chat, seriously, how good is this game? This game is just something else, and I love it. This is my second time playing through it, and I'm loving it just as much as the first time that I played it. But, okay, let's see what the next episode looks like, and then we have to call it a day. Those strikes are bogus? Well, it's very possible, Periton, but I mean, I'm not taking any more risks.
On Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Okay.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Sounds like the page,
The
right?
shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Chat. Don't struggle, chat. It'll all be over soon. Shh. Don't struggle.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
You see dead people? Indeed. Well, we will find out what kind of messed up brain condition Alan's got going on, if he's got anything going on, tomorrow. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. I very much appreciate it. Oh, I very much appreciate it. Wait, no. Why did I say tomorrow? I thought, Chad.
Alan.
Would you stop that game? I'm trying to. No, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Saturday. Monday. Monday. Today is Saturday. Okay. Let's get that right. So, yeah, we will see what kind of messed up stuff is going on Monday. Why did I say tomorrow? Did I honestly think today was Sunday? What is this? Drazdas? But anyway, that was chapter 3. There are 3 more chapters to the game. And I figured if we can do a chapter a day, we will finish the game at the last possible stream that we can. And if we end up needing the extra day, we can do a bonus stream next Saturday so that we can for sure finish Alan Wake before the end of Horror Month. So that is the goal. Anyway. But yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. If there is anybody in chat that you're not currently following, and you enjoyed spending time with us today, feel free to hit that follow button so you can get notified of future streams. For the most part, we focus on MMOs and anything and everything story-driven. I will be back, not tomorrow, Monday, because doing Sunday streams is difficult to schedule. Monday, 4 p.m. Central, with the continuation of our Alan Wake run. Almost said Alan Wake 1. But, I do hope that y'all are enjoying this game. To me, this game is something truly special. Considering how old the game is, like, it really holds up well, I think. Like, let me see, hold on. Let's see whenever this game was actually released. Okay. Let's see. Get me installed locally, do this. Now, don't launch the game, dagnabbit. Get. My mouse is double clicking things it should not be double clicking on, and it's opening things it should not be opening. I'm getting debated by my equipment. Alan Wake was released on February 16th, 2012. This is an 8-year-old game. So, considering how much progress that we have made in, game engine technology in 8 years, this game holds up, like, super well. But, anyway, like I said, that is going to be it for me today. I will be back on Monday. Let me see if I can find someone super quick to possibly host, but we may end up just calling it a day here, and I'll leave y'all for the evening. Let's see. Who is streaming? Let's see. Ooh, chat, we're gonna throw a host. I'm not gonna throw a raid, we're just gonna throw a host. So if y'all want to join in on chat, you're gonna have to hop over to that stream. But gonna throw a host over again to Hatsumi. And her son Nico. They are currently playing Phasmophobia, which is, rather spooky. And it should be a good time. Type that in. Because I don't trust my mouse to do this right for me. It's still not doing it right for me. On _ no, mouse. Chad, do y'all ever have a problem with your mouse where your click gets super sensitive and whenever you click it will start like double and triple clicking on you? Have y'all ever had that problem? And if so, what do you do about it? Because I am having this problem with my mice like one after another, after another, after another. And I don't know how to fix it. And I can't just keep buying mice. But, anyway, that is going to be it for me today. If no one has told you lately, Chad, you were loved, you were appreciated, you were highly valuable. I will see you all on Monday, 4 p.m. Central, with more of our Alan Wake run. So until we meet again, y'all stay epic. Y'all have an awesome night. Stick around for a host. Yes. All day, son. All